It's Nicola here at the Disasters Emergency Committee on day 6 of our East Africa Crisis Appeal. It's a hive of activity here today, and we have many visitors here at DECCHQ. I'm delighted to be joined now by Alfred from Plan International UK and Josie from Tearfund.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you. Alfred and Josie are just back from South Sudan. Today marks a very sad anniversary. It's 1 month since famine was declared in parts of South Sudan. The thought that in the 21st century people are dying of starvation when we have so much food in the world is really very sad. And Alfred is from South Sudan himself, grew up there and was himself as a child a recipient of aid from the British public. Alfred, tell us about the situation in South Sudan.
Thank you very much. Before I proceed, may I thank the British public, because without the support from British public today, I will not be seated here talking. A few years ago, I went through the same situation that the children today are undergoing. We had to survive day by day. We had to eat wild food, wild fruits, wild plants. So many other children died on the way and didn't make it where I am today. But I must say, because of the support from the British public, today I am here, and because of the support from the British public, today the children who are in the current situation that I was in 20 years ago, they'll also be having hopes. So it's a great hope that we hope from the British public, and I really want to thank the public for the generous support they've given to the children.
And Alfred, you were born in a refugee camp.
I was born as a refugee. I grew almost as a refugee. It's quite a difficult situation and growing up, but yes, and I did generously benefit from the support and the aid support from the public, including the British public.
And Josie, you're from Tearfund, and you've just come back from South Sudan, looking at some of the work that is being done on the ground by agencies like Plan and Tearfund. Tell us about what you saw there.
So one of the things that Tearfund is doing is providing nutrition support through feeding centres in some of the outlying areas. I visited some projects in Jongbele and was very privileged to spend some time with the mothers who come to the feeding centres. And I was really touched by their tenacity, their resilience, their determination to see their children survive against all the odds. They literally do everything they possibly can, including eating wild fruits and leaves and whatever they can find. But simply not enough to provide the kind of nutrition that their children need to develop properly. So I was able to talk to one mother in particular who really captured my heart. Her name was Nicola, and she had a 2-year-old baby. And Nicola began her story by actually telling me that she'd been the mother of 8 children, but only 5 of her children were alive today. She'd already lost 3 children through hunger. And I can't imagine what the impact of that is on a mother, to lose 3 of your children to malnutrition. And she was desperately fighting to save her 2-year-old child. He'd been admitted to our feeding centre, had been receiving nutritional support, so the children get these packets of what's called plumpy nuts. It's like a peanut paste. He was severely malnourished. There's 2 different categories of being malnourished. He was in the severe category, but he had hope. After treatment, he would then be able to start eating normal food again. And she was just incredibly grateful that she had an opportunity for her 2-year-old to receive treatment, and that he had a chance to survive where she'd lost 3 of her previous kids. I just can't imagine being in that situation myself. It's a terrible story.
And Alfred, tell us something more about what Plan International is doing in South Sudan to help alleviate the suffering there.
So currently, Plan International works in about 4 states in South Sudan. In Eastern Equatoria, we work in Torit. We work in Nimule, and there is also another IDP camp within Nimule, which now is Pageri County. We have child protection programming. We have education programming there. We also do have general food distribution that we're carrying out in Lake State, which is at the neighboring state to Unity State that is severely affected. We are also working in Jonglei State. We're working in Akobo and also Greater Pibor administrative area. May I mention that even though the famine has been declared in Unity State, almost all the parts of South Sudan is affected. People have not been farming. The Greater Equatorial area that used to be the food basket, people are no longer able to farm. So all the parts are equally affected, and Plan International is doing the best to try to reach all the children and the affected population, including women.
Yeah, so we've heard on and seen on our TV screens and heard on radio the devastating situation across East Africa, not just South Sudan, but also across Somalia, where many millions of people face the prospect of starvation. One of the ways that the public can help is by donating, and very interestingly what Josie was saying about the 2-year-old whose mother she was talking to, talking about plum peanut, this fortified peanut butter that can bring a child back from the brink of starvation. It only costs 25p for a sachet, and for £25 you can pay for a month's supply of this wonderful peanut paste to bring a malnourished child back from the brink of starvation. It's just £25 can help save the life of a child. So please do donate generously. As is clear from everything that Josie and Alfred has said, time is not on our side with this devastating crisis. We really do not want full-blown famine to become widespread across the Somalia and South Sudan. So please donate now. Don't delay. Donate.